Hey guys, Abby with MotorCityNerds here, and this is going to be my series review for all of DARYL DIXON. It's probably going to be really short. There were things I really liked, there were things that I was kind of bored with, and that's saying something for The Walking Dead. I really like Dead City, I like this. I'm on OF, I'm on TikTok, I'm on all the things down below. If you could like the video, it's free, and it really helps me out a lot. We're a small channel, we're small, but we're awesome, so if you want to join, subscribe, we're on our way to 2,000. And yeah, all my links are down below. But let's just talk about DARYL DIXON real quick, because I don't understand how they did this, because I got really bored with The Walking Dead. Mom finished it all the way through. I had to go back and finish it. I think they have great characters. They just kind of lost me a couple times, and there was so much I was watching, and I was still at the plant and all of those things. The Dead City and DARYL DIXON really sucked me in a good way, and I thought there were some really interesting things they did specifically in DARYL DIXON's show. But there were other things where I was like, Walking Dead, don't do this. Like, don't show me him about to square up with a walker, and then show me the clip for next week. We end the episode with him about to square with a walker, like a crazy-looking walker, which I really liked that special effects makeup. I thought that was really, really cool. And then it's like, oh, next week, and he's running around free. So it's like, we always knew he was going to live, but really, you're going to outright do things like that? That's kind of boring and lazy. And the flashing back stuff, I'm like, I get it, but don't rely on it. Also, another reminder, yes, it is wearable blanket season, so it's the best season. But anyway, DARYL DIXON, yeah. I really liked what they did with some of these characters more so than with Dead City. I thought with Izzy's character was interesting. I was shocked that we offed Quinn so quick when they were chained together. That really took me back. I was like, oh my. I wish we would have gotten more of, like, I don't know. I thought the way he got on the boat was kind of lame, but I'm assuming we're going to learn more about that next season or whatever they're doing. And I meant to say this in my episodes 1 through 3 review, which is up on the channel if you want to check it out. But it felt like I like them taking away, like, automatic weapons and things like that, because time has passed, and it would be more old school of using things like different weapons and different guns, but I'm like, no, we're doing, like, a real pirate vibe, if you guys get what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of the vibe I thought they were going for in the first few episodes with this, which I liked. I thought that was really cool, but it was almost like a swashbuckling pirate-esque vibe a little bit, where Dead City was more of a Western vibe, and I don't mind that. I'm just saying I think that's cool. I like that we still don't have a direct love interest for DARYL, but then Carol shows up at the end, and we'll get into that stuff. But I really did like the way they developed these characters. Now, at first I was like, Laurent, you're kind of a little shit. But do you want to know what? You're way better than that Herschel. I'll give you that. Because we were calling him a snake from the jump. We were like, that Herschel is a snake. And I liked that relationship being shown more, because now they're all kind of having a buddy Robin character, where, like, Negan's got the little girl, Herschel's a little rat with Maggie / the other lady, and now we have Laurent with DARYL. But I felt like Laurent and DARYL's was the best one. And I mean, more of the show was focused on that, so we get more with him. But I really did. At first I was like, Immaculate Conception, okay, that's not happening. Okay, this and that. And then I was saying that in my other review, I go, is this kid a beacon of hope? Is he a place for them to unify? Because France gets real hype about things like that, or they start taking heads, and they're real big on it. And when they said that, I was like, oh, there it is. But they really humanize him, and they really bring him down to earth. And I know he's just a kid, but I thought they just did a really good job, and they did a really good job of, like, DARYL didn't hold back going in on this kid for a minute, and then he's like, I'm sorry, which is a normal thing a parent does. But I loved the way they handled it, and especially in the final episode, I thought that was really well done. I thought it could have came off played out and cheesy. I thought this whole series could have, and it didn't. I really did enjoy it. But specifically, if we're picking an adult kid duo that I'm really digging, it's Laurent and DARYL so far. They're the best ones. I thought it was a little, but The Walking Dead, it doesn't excel with, like, nuance. But having him, like, in the gladiator pit stabbing walkers with the French flag, I'm like, oh, it's a little dead on, my friend. But hey, I'm here for it. Any little nuance I can get out of The Walking Dead, I appreciate. So I see what you did there. I really liked it. Give it back to the people. With the flashbacks, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Because we all know, I talked about this extensively in my 1 through 3 review, where we know this character. DARYL's one of those weird characters where he's not really going to have an arc, per se, and he does, but we know what this character will do. We know how he'll react. We know how he feels. We know where he stands. So it's more of everybody around him having an arc than it is the main character, which I thought they handled very well. And that's hard to do. I do think that is hard to do. It's not like a Negan. It's not like a Maggie, where these characters have had big shifts in their characters from when we first met them. DARYL's been through and through since the very beginning. So when we did the flashback, I was like, we know what's going to happen. Someone's going to be a creep. Someone's going to be a jerk. Someone's going to be not right, and he's not going to take that, and then he's going to end up in some stuff. So I didn't hate it, like I said, but I was just like, we know. Let's put it this way. I can go heat up my popcorn while this is happening. We know what the deal is here. And like I said, I didn't hate it, didn't love it. I don't like relying on flashbacks, but I feel like they didn't rely on them as much as they used them. So it's not me critiquing it too hard. I'm just saying, like, don't do it too much, Walking Dead. Let's get into the big stuff, though. I need that crazy, insane dictator Rick back in my life. I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for Rick the Dictator, Rick the Tyrant. We need him back. I'm really excited to have him come back to the small screen. Michonne is probably, me and my buddy were debating this. I was like, she's probably, if not the coolest character, at least the character with the coolest introduction. When she showed up with a samurai sword and walkers with no jaw on leashes, tell me a bigger badass that, like, introduction-wise. Even Daryl didn't have, like, he was there, but that introduction of Michonne, and I'm really excited to see them back on screen in, what, February? And I think, do you guys think they picked that for Valentine's Day? Because I think they did. But do we think when Daryl was going in and out of that phone call, that's whoever was on the other line, it had to be Carol, it was Carol on the other line, right? I think I'm remembering that correctly. And you hear them say, "Brr, is back." And it's like, is Rick back? Is Rick back? Or did she say, like, when are you coming back? And I misheard it, and I'm just getting ahead of myself because I want Dictator Rick back. But I like that they're subtly dropping breadcrumbs if that's the case. But then later on, after the final episode, seeing Carol come back, at first I was like, is this John Wick pulling up in a Mustang? Jeez. And then I was like, oh my God, this is a great way to end it. And then for them to hit us with, like, this is already done, they hit us with a full-blown trailer. They hit us with everything. So I'm like, oh man, you guys were holding this one back. You guys were holding back, like, no, we have this ready to go. That's probably in, like, post-production, if not done. And I'm like, I love that. I love that. Good job, Walking Dead. I'm all here for, like, the Super Walker idea. That's fine. I'm not in love with it, but I'll tolerate it, okay? But I do think some of the designs they did, like the Hannibal Lecter one and the Gladiator Dome, and some of the other ones were really cool, and you could tell maybe these special effects people were like, let's go in with a whole new vibe, and I really loved that. I thought that was really cool. I thought they were really creative. I didn't get sucked into this series like I did Dead City. I thought Dead City really started off with a bang, really got you in. This one was more of a slow burn a little bit, but I didn't hate it. Like I said, that's me, like, nitpicking, but I did really enjoy this, and I got away from enjoying The Walking Dead, so I'm excited to be back in this world. I really am, and I recommend this for anybody who really loves The Walking Dead. I really did enjoy it. Me and Mom had fun watching it, and yeah, tell me what you guys thought about the Daryl Dixon show. And if you haven't watched my Dead City reviews, those are all up. I think I did those one by one. But these ones I did in chunks because I was like, I kind of liked putting one or two together of Dead City. But as it stands, I liked Dead City coming out the gate strong. I think they released these correctly. Let's put it that way. Dead City got us back in going, let's go. And Daryl Dixon was like, okay. And then, but to hit us with that Carol stuff right at the end, bing, bang, boom, and then we know Rick and Michonne will be in February, I'm excited. And I didn't think I would be. I really didn't. I really did not think I could be. I truly did not think I could be excited for the Walking Dead universe again. I mean, nothing will get me more hyped than Carl dying. Jeez, get him out of here. It's a horrible thing to say, but I'm Abby. I'm on OF. I'm on TikTok. I'm on all the things down below. Check it out. And let me know what you just thought about Daryl Dixon as a whole. And yeah, I feel like this one wasn't as, this and that and this. Like, there probably is things that I am not talking about, but broad strokes, I thought this did a really good job, and it made me really like these new characters, and that's hard to do in an already established universe, especially when you're like, we're going to go overseas, in a new place, with different people. Like, they did a really good job with it.